Hey everybody, this is Mira, your No B.S. Chapter Director, and I have for you a really great surprise. I actually have Ran Ipach, our guest speaker for our next meeting on the line via Skype, and I asked Ran to share with you, a couple teasers why you need to come to the meeting. He'll give you one exercise to do before the meeting to figure out how much your time is really worth. And I really encourage you to do that. Take the time to do it. We used to do exercises like these at Peak Performers, or still do, and these things are life changing. And it might sound like pain in the butt, but I promise you, if you do this and take the time to do it, you're gonna benefit from it tremendously. It can be literally life changing. And again, Peak Performers, $10,000 a year coaching program. We do this type of stuff there, and you have the opportunity right now to get these tidbits of information for free. So, Ran, thank you for being on the call, and how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Great. Well, hey, listen, tell everybody why they really need to come to this meeting, what's going to be covered at this meeting, and, tell them if they never been to one, why this is the one to come and not to miss, even if they never came back.
Well, first off, they shouldn't miss any of the meetings. So, well, first off, with the information everybody got yesterday, they probably know a lot about what I do. I have 11 different businesses, make lots of money, and take lots of time off. And that's really what I'm going to be able to help everybody with at the meeting, is how to adjust their business to fit their lifestyle. We have people out there that are workaholics, and that's all they want to do is work, 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 work. And that's perfectly fine. If that's the lifestyle you want, that's probably the lifestyle you already have. But I know most entrepreneurs, they start their business because they have the ultimate dreams of wanting to be able to take time off, come down to the beach, go fishing, spend time with the family. And what happens, their business starts to own them. And now they're a slave to their business. They're no longer a boss. They're no longer the owner, because the business owns them. So what I'm going to help everybody do is really look at the way their lifestyle is, what they really want, and then make their business mold around their lifestyle. I always talk about working backwards. Is what do you really want to accomplish in life? What do you really want to do? What do you really want to do with your time off? And then make that your focus, and let the business mold around that, so it makes enough money so you can do what you want with whoever you want, whenever you want to do it. And that's what I'm going to help everybody with.
Okay, I asked you before the call if you wouldn't mind sharing a simple exercise with everybody that's watching about how they can figure out exactly what their time is worth. So if you don't, would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, the easiest way that I would say to look at it is, I do one exercise that I tell everybody to do, and you can even start doing this today. As you're watching this video, as soon as you're done with it, start doing this today. Grab a sheet of paper and mark down your entire day in 15-minute increments. So if it's 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:30, 10:45, 11, and so on throughout the day, and keep that pad of paper with you. And then when you come to the meeting tomorrow, let's look at that and see exactly what you were doing. Okay,
Yeah, not tomorrow. The meeting is on Tuesday.
what's that? Oh, no, no, tomorrow. Yeah. Well, if you come tomorrow, you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sorry about that. When you come to the meeting, then we can look at that, and you actually then get to see what you're actually doing with your time throughout the day, and you'll find that you're wasting a lot of time. So the best exercise to really I guess put a big imprint on you of how much your time is really worth is, let's just say you want to make $1 million. Okay, we'll just pull that out of the hat. That may be so far out of the realm for you right now. That might be so far behind you right now. So, but let's just use $1 million. So if you want to make $1 million, you have to figure out how much you need to make for every hour that you're working in order to make your $1 million. So let's just say you got $1 million for a goal, and I'm going to give you 50 weeks a year to work. Okay, now most of you are probably working 52 weeks. You haven't taken a vacation in a while. I get it. I used to do that. Now, well, I'm down here in Florida for an entire month, and I take month-long vacations now, not like 2-hour vacations like we used to do. So if you really want to get away, I'm always going to give at least 2 weeks. I think you really need the 2 weeks. So you're going to be working for 50 hours. I'm sorry, 50 weeks out of the year. Okay, so 2 weeks off. Now in those 50 weeks, I'm going to give you 50 hours a week to work. I know you're probably working a lot more than that. I did it. I used to work 80-hour weeks, and it really, I get it. I understand the lifestyle because I used to have that lifestyle. So you get 50 weeks. I'm going to give you 50 hours a week to work. That means if you break it on down, just do all the math. That means every hour that you're working has to be worth $400 an hour. So no matter what it is that you're doing, every hour that you're working has got to be worth $400 an hour. Now, look and see at all the different tasks that you wrote down that you were doing throughout the day and see how many of those things are really worth $400 an hour. Now, I guarantee if you went down to Staples or Office Depot and bought a ream of paper, that was by far the most expensive ream of paper you ever bought because you wasted an hour. So that cost you $405 if it's a $5 ream of paper. And I guarantee you'll never, ever go step foot in a Staples or Office Depot again. So when you really look at it that way, depending on how much money you want to make, and I just used $1 million, but let's say $500,000 is where your goal is. Figure out, just break it down. It's simple math, and then when a task comes across your plate, and you say, should I do this or shouldn't I do this, or should I hand it off or outsource it? Because that's really what we're going to be talking a lot about. Should I outsource it to somebody that's better at doing it? Chances are you're going to say, yeah, I need to outsource that or hand that off to an employee or somebody else to get it done. Because if you do it yourself, it better be worth $400 an hour, or that's the most expensive task you've done in a long time.
Not a long time ago, we actually got one of the gold inserts with our newsletter that showed Dan Kennedy's schedule. And, I'm going to ask you to maybe share your typical schedule that you do, during your 20-hour work week. But we're going to leave this for the meeting. The last thing I want to ask you for this call is share with me the one biggest reason why people don't outsource, why they're scared of outsourcing, and why people just don't do it more.
Well, I think they've maybe tried it before and it either didn't work for them. But for most entrepreneurs, I mean, we're real hands-on. If it's got to get done, it's got to get done by me. And if it's going to be done right, it's got to be done by me. And you really have to let go of that because there's a lot of things that there are people all over the world, in India and right here in Florida, that can do the same work for you faster, cheaper, and better than you. Let them do what they need to do. So you have to get used to letting go of the control and just let somebody do what they do best. Okay, because that's really my motto is you do what you do best and then you outsource the rest. And that's how I can run 11 companies working 20 hours a week, because there are only a very limited number of things that I can do really, really well. Everything else, I let other people do that. So I'm going to help you out with that. But really, right now, look at all the things that you can say, well, I can just let somebody else do it for me. Usually it starts off with just one thing, like getting a logo made, or let's say you write a sales letter and you need to have it laid out into a brochure or put up a website. Let somebody else try that. Something small first, and once you realize how easy it is to do that, then you just go to bigger and bigger. Pretty soon, you're outsourcing somebody coming, tapping you on the shoulder in the morning and waking you up, if that's what you really want to do. So.
Okay, Ron, thank you very much for your time today. And just go ahead and go enjoy another muggy, hot day in Florida, down from Ohio. And I'll see you next week at the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. I want everybody to be there. This should be the most crowded business meeting that you've ever had. So.
All right. Thanks, Ron.
Take care.
Okay. Well, that sounds really exciting. And I want to make sure that you guys really sit down right now and do the exercise. Like Ron was saying, do the 15-minute increments. Just do it for one day. I've done it for 2 weeks one time. And it's life-changing. But don't worry about doing it for 2 weeks. Do it for one day. You will notice immediately how much wasted time you have in your day and how many productive hours you have. And then you can bring it with you to the meeting. In the meantime, just make sure you RSVP. If you are on our website, just click on the button on your right. And if you are not on our website and you see this on one of the video sharing sites, just go to nobstampabay.com and RSVP either as a first-time guest or existing chapter member. Either way, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday at the Center Club at 4 o'clock. The meeting is from 4 to 7, so make sure you have plenty of time to stay till the end. All right, take care.